going, YouTube? Welcome back to this brand new episode of Customs with Vick Almighty. Today we're going to be customizing some golf cleats. They may not look like golf cleats, but they are. It's an Air Max 90 upper on a golf cleat sole. It's a pretty cool looking shoe, honestly. I didn't know they made Air Max 90 in golf cleats. The colorway I'm going to be recreating on this shoe is the Air Max 112 colorway. If you guys are not familiar with that colorway, they've done that colorway on a few different pairs of shoes, like the Air Max 1s, the Air Trainer 1s, and some Dunk SB-Lows. I'm not sure if I'm missing any, but pretty much what we're gonna do is recreate that colorway onto this shoe. The colors consist of Volt, black, gray, silver, and elephant print. This shoe is already the perfect candidate for that custom since it has a Volt sole. So all we gotta do is work on the uppers. We're gonna be implementing elephant print, obviously, all around this area of the shoe, adding black, adding gray, adding silver, adding bolts in some areas. It's gonna be interesting. I think this shoe is gonna be really sick, and I know there's gonna be a ton of work, so let's get to it. All right, first step we're gonna do is remove this shoelace. All right, laces are out. Since the shoe has no leather, we're not going to be using any acetone. We're just going to go straight to taping. This shoe is going to require a lot of taping, so it's going to be a long step. So like I said, this taper is going to take forever. I'm not going to make you guys watch it, but what I am going to do is tell you guys what I'm going to be taping. I'm taping off the entire sole, covering up all the Volt areas and all the white areas on the uppers. So what I'm going to be pretty much not taping up is all the colored areas besides the Volt. See you guys on the other end. All right, shoe is finally fully taped up. Got most of the uppers taped up, sole's fully covered. Now let's spray some paint. We're gonna be mixing, well actually it's already been mixed. I mixed black and white to create this gray color. We're just gonna be spraying it through the airbrush. All right, change of plans. Before I lay down the gray, I'm gonna lay down some white so the gray can pop some more. Yeah, stop that. I don't want that shit staining my shorts. White's down, let's lay down the gray. All right, gray is laid down, it's nice and flat, it's perfect. On to the next color. So what we're gonna do next is tape around the swooshes so we can lay down some Volt. In this video, I don't wanna bore you guys with any taping, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip right to the swooshes being taped. All right, shoes taped up once again. This one was a little tricky because of all the curves on the swooshes, but I managed to make it work. So before we lay down the Volt on the swooshes, we gotta lay down a white base coat in order for the Volt to really pop. All right, white's down. Let's lay down the Volt by Jacquard. All right, Volt's laid down. As you can see, the tape ripped off some paint in some areas on both sides. That's okay, I'll touch it up later. For now, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is bottom piece. We gotta tape up everything on the upper so we can lay down the black neck. Speaking about the black, I kinda got ahead of myself and laid it down. I told myself I was gonna lay down this piece to see how it looks. Next thing I knew, did the whole shoe. Looks good though. So the next step we're gonna move on to is laying down the elephant print stencil that Daniel provided for us. There's a lot going on this stencil, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky laying it down. But once it's laid down, we're gonna spray it using silver paint. All right guys, stencils laid down on both sides. It was pretty time consuming, but laid down nicely. Uppers are taped up as well, so let's lay down the paint. The color we're gonna be laying down is Jacquard silver paint through the airbrush. All right, the silver's laid down. That took about 2 coats, really easy. Now on to the super boring, time-consuming part, which is removing every single little piece of stencil on this shoe. All right, so we're not gonna show this step. It's super boring. We don't wanna bore you guys, so we're just gonna skip to the end. Let's break the camera. All right, guys, so before I show you guys how the elephant print came out really sick, by the way, I went ahead and taped up the uppers so we could lay down the black on the white mesh. So yeah, let's airbrush it.
What aren't you showing us?
It'll be more suspenseful. All right, so I got the black laid down on the toe box and the tongue. I taped that up already so we could do the back portion. Same exact thing, we're gonna spray the black through the airbrush. So we got the majority of the black laid down. We still gotta do the insides. Let's keep it moving. All right, black's laid down. Let's remove all this tape so you can see how the black looks and the elephant print. All right, guys, so we got the black laid down on the uppers. Uppers are fully done. They look really, really good. The last step we gotta do is paint these white midsoles black before we lace them up. Let's do it. All right, guys, black is laid down on the midsoles. Looks freaking sick. It really put the shoe all together. That's pretty much it for the painting. Off camera, I went ahead and laid down the matte finisher already, but what I haven't done yet is spray them with our Reshoevn8r Water Stain Repellent. This step is super important just because this shoe is covered with fabrics. If we don't spray this part, the paint's gonna rub off on your socks, and if you get any water, it's gonna bleed. We don't want that. Let's go spray them. All right, so right now we're gonna contaminate Johnny and Hayden's air using some water and stain repellent. Hopefully that's okay. I think that's okay. They look pretty happy about it. Let's do it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Show them. All right, YouTube, that is gonna bring us to an end on these custom Nike Golf Cleat Air Max 90s. These things came out freaking awesome. That 112 colorway is one of my all-time favorites just because of that bold color and the elephant print. So I'm really happy I was able to implement that colorway onto this shoe. It was a perfect base just because of that bold, those bold soles and the bold axes on the uppers. Like I said, it's just an awesome shoe. It looks almost like the Air Max 1s, but with an Air Max 90 style to it. So the steps I took to completing this custom were a lot of taping. I didn't show you guys any of the taping in this custom because there was so much to it, but you guys did see the tape jobs after I completed it. So once I did the first tape job, I laid down the gray, removed the tape, retaped, did the bold swooshes. Once the swooshes were done, I think I moved on to the elephant print, laid down the black first, laid down the stencil that our graphic designer Daniel provided for us. If you guys need stencils, by the way, we don't provide them, we don't make them, but there are other companies out there such as D Nice Customs on Instagram. He makes awesome stencils. Hit him up, he makes elephant print, he makes whatever you need. Back to the shoe. Once the elephant print was done, moved on to the black on the uppers, black on the midsoles, and that was pretty much it. I mean, the color, laying down the colors was pretty easy. The time consuming part was taping. More than half of this custom was just taping, but I'm really happy how this came out. Protected this shoe using our Reshoevn8r Water Stain Repellent. Like I said, this stuff is very important whenever you're customizing shoes that has fabric or even leather. I mean, whatever you're painting, it has paint. You gotta protect it using water and stain repellent to protect your hours worth of work. What's the point of completing a custom that took you over 10 hours to do if you're not gonna protect it using water and stain repellent or finishers? Make sure you go the extra step and protect them using water and stain repellent. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned next Monday. I have another awesome video, and the Monday after that, and the Monday after that. See you guys next Monday.